Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the first ever CK Team podcast. Welcome. We just want to introduce the team real quick. I want to introduce to you our team leader, Clark Kiat-ong. He is the top team for Keller Williams VIP. He is also one of the top producing realtors in the state of Nevada. So Clark, can you tell us about yourself?
Oh yeah. So this is our team, the CK team. Before na punta ako sa real estate, I was agent sa Philippines, and then even if I finished nursing, I was already in sales. Then I came here. I was a registered nurse for about 7 years, and then decided to go back into sales. And real estate is a great product, so I went to real estate sales. And so I started in 2018, and slowly I started a co banker, and slowly I became the number one agent done sa Coldwell before I moved to Keller Williams VIP, and then also became currently I'm the number one agent sa Keller Williams VIP, and I also started a team this summer, and we are the number one team in the brokerage too. So we're very blessed and lucky, and we always wanna help out our clients on their real estate transactions. So this podcast is gonna be about how to do real estate in 2023. So tell me about yourself. What did you do before?
So, ako po si Jeff. Actually, my name is Joffrey, but a lot of people can't pronounce my name. So, sabi ko na lang sa kanila, just call me Jeff. But before real estate, I was in timeshare for a long time. I started off at Tahiti Village. I don't know if you guys know. And then Westgate. And then when the pandemic happened, thought about going into real estate because housing was actually good, I guess, at that time. We wanted to buy our own property, so I went to school for it. Para kami na lang yung bibili ng property namin, so that way, I don't have to get a realtor or
Buti hindi timeshare binili mo.
I know. Yeah, that's a different topic. Pero I'm also the business administrator for a church here in Las Vegas, Lord of Harvest. So yeah, that's my background. Kuya June, ikaw?
Hi guys, ako si June, or Jose Viernes. Jose sa akin. I was a nurse prior to being a realtor. So I used to work with Clark sa Desert Springs.
Yeah.
He was in IMC. I was in MedSurg. ICU at that time. Yeah. So Clark actually helped us buy our first home. I said first. I said many. And then, but now tapos during the pandemic, I tried to go into real estate. So I'm still here. And I still work as a endo nurse dun sa Centennial Hills. So if you guys are ever there, come and say hi sa endo department.
I hope you're not a patient. Right?
Hi.
Salamat. So that's the CK team. There's only 3 of us, and we plan to keep it like really. We're not planning to grow fast in terms of agent count, kasi we're more on talent count. So all the people in our team has to be very skilled sa sales. That's why I'm not looking to grow. I'm not looking to recruit other agents unless if you really have something in you that I can see. Then yeah, we'll give you a chance. Okay.
Right on. Okay, cool. So this year 2022 is a little crazy year, huh? What do you think, like from the beginning of the year?
Yeah, so from the beginning of the year, you only had about 3,000 single family homes for sale.
Yeah.
Interest rate were at like 3.3, 3.4%. So it's pretty affordable. It's pretty affordable to yung monthly rates, but it's also a hot seller's market. So if you were a buyer there,
Yeah.
good luck finding a house. Ang hirap. Unless if you have to be very aggressive, in which we were. Yung mga buyers, my buyers who were buying at those times have to give really aggressive offers. Increase yung price, non-refundable yung EMD, increase yung EMD. So that's the way to beat like 20 other offers on that house that you're buying. And now, June, it started, the interest rate on that month went up so fast. So June, 6% na tayo.
Right.
6%. And now we're at like 7.1%.
Right.
And there's
Yeah,
two more Fed meetings, right? They're probably going to increase the interest rate. So what happens if interest rates go up, right? It's going to slow down yung number of buyers. Kasi hindi na ma-afford yung monthly payment, right? So they're gonna wait, and then now yung mga nagbebenta naman ng bahay, it's gonna take a while to sell. Kasi yung inventory na natin ngayon, so like over 8,000 homes for sale.
Yeah.
From the beginning of the year, it's like 3,000. Now it's like over 8,000 homes for sale. Days of market is also a lot more. So that's what's happening sa market natin ngayon.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. So, ano kaya yung possibilities for next year? Kasi ano na ngayon, November na pala.
Yeah.
November na, so 1 month, 2 months na lang, and then next year. Ano sa tingin nyo yung possibilities in the market next year?
Yeah, so interest rate, so mataas ang inflation natin, which is why the Feds raised up the interest rate, but I think it's gonna slow down. It's not just me, but the Forbes is also predicting it to slow down. Interest rate will go lower. I saw an article na maging 5.4% by next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna be really slow. Slow yung pagbaba ng interest rate. Kasi when 2020 happened, everyone thinks that almost everyone said real estate market is crashing down. The opposite happened, right? And that string of the real estate market going fast went on for 2 years. So I'm thinking itong slouch on the market that's happening now is also gonna be for a long time. It might not be until the end of the year na medyo stable na yung interest rate natin. So the good thing is sa mga buyers ngayon, even though mataas ngayon yung interest rate, but you don't have much competition, right? You can still buy a house, especially if you need to buy a house, which is most of our clients are those who need to buy a house. Excuse me. So, since law of supply and demand, since mataas na ang supply, you can offer a lower price. You can ask for closing costs versus if you were trying to buy same time last year, you have to pay the seller's closing costs sometimes. So yun. Now it's the opposite, and you can do that, and then you can refinance later on. Ang real estate prices naman goes up in time. Yeah, in the long run, tataas pa din ang rates ng ang prices ng mga bahay.
Tama.
Yeah.
Kuya Jun.
Yes.
Ikaw, what do you think?
Yeah, same way. I did read an article, I think a month back na, but it was from Fannie Mae naman na they were, it's going to lower down to 4.5% this coming year, but I think they give 12 to 15 months na palugit. As far as for buying now, yes, if you can afford, okay, that's true. It is a high interest rate, and but the houses are lower. They lower down the house. You can negotiate the price of the house. You can negotiate your closing costs. You can may mga pan pa tayo ngayon na 2-to-1 buy downs. Mga rate buy downs that we can ask for help from the sellers as well. So if buyers buy now, then later on they can always refinance once the interest rate does go down. And then when they do refinance, when the rates does go down, the prices go back up. Then if we go back to that time where the interest rate really goes back down, then the interest rate pushes back up. I mean the prices of the house. Tapos pagbili na naman ng bahay at that time would be, then here comes your bidding again. May pagkuhan ka na naman sa a lot of competitions at that time. So.
Well, conversely, sa sellers naman, if they're selling a house now and they need to sell a house now, well, first, what if they don't really need to sell? They just like to sell. One of the things I ask for is, what if you rent it out muna? Kasi
Tama.
ang prices na yan, it goes up in the long run.
Yeah.
Hindi pa naman kailangan ng pera.
Right.
Go ahead and rent it out muna, a couple of years, 2 years. Tingnan natin. That's one of the suggestions that I make.
Yeah.
Kasi if you're going to sell now, kung yung mga kliyente naman na kailangan magbenta ngayon, we're gonna have to ask them na, is this what you're gonna expect? The buyers come in and they're gonna ask for you to cover out of the closing costs.
Tama.
So yung net sheet na ibibigay ko sa inyo, it might be lower by the time na dumating na yung mga offers, and your house is gonna sit longer for a while. So yun ang yun yung pwede mong expect at this time if you're selling the house now.
Right.
It's possible, especially what if you're selling and then you're buying. Hindi, bawi-bawian na lang dun sa babilihan mong bahay. Mag-ask ka na ng closing cost, babaan mo yung presyo, di ba?
Yeah.
Ganun. So yeah, it's up to depende yung kailangan nung seller, anong gusto niyang gawin. We have to kanang one-on-one usapin natin. Usapin ko ano yung mga pwedeng options gawin nila.
So spring of next year. Spring is usually like the best time to sell a house, di ba?
Many times they say it's summer.
Oh, it's summer ba?
Kasi out yung mga kids eh.
Tama.
Out yung mga kids. But if you ask me, the best time to sell a house is the holidays. Ngayon, November, December kasi yung mga buyers na bumibili ngayon, right? Seryoso sila. Sino bang gustong gumastos ng pagkalaki-laking pera sa holiday? Holiday na nga eh, di ba? So, kung bumibili sila at this time of the month, at this times of the year, then they're serious buyers.
Hindi lang talaga sila nagsha-shopping.
So, I think this is the holiday times, the best times too, if you want to sell a house.
Yeah.
Same thing if you're buying a house. So, if you're buying a house and you buy during the holidays, yung mga sellers na nagbebenta, di ba? Seryoso na din silang magbenta kasi sino ba naman ang gustong magbenta holiday? Darating pa yung mga bisita mo, ganon. Paano pag may showing? Ganon. Paalisin mo ba yung mga bisita mo? Ganon. So yung mga tao na mga nagbebenta ng seller, kailangan din nila ng pera. Diba? Christmas
mas motivated sila.
Motivated sila. Holiday times are among the best times to buy. Yeah.
So, you think next year maganda na rin kaya for sellers, maganda rin kaya ang sellers for next year? 2023?
I think there's no such thing as maganda na time eh. Ang maganda na time is maganda dun sa situation ng seller.
Gotcha.
There's no such time kasi we can market it. We can market it the best way. Depende na kung kailan nila gusto na ibenta. Then we market it at that time. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as timing the market.
Tama.
You know,
Okay.
just sell it if you want to sell, or because I'm a real estate investor.
Yeah.
I would always advise my clients na bago nyo ibenta, what if you decide to rent it out muna. Kung may pera kayo, rentan nyo muna yan and buy another house. Kasi may extra income pa kayo dun sa especially if you live there for like 5 years.
Yeah.
May income na kayo dun. Yung mortgage nyo dun, mas mataas na yung rate most of the time. Mas mataas na yung rent.
Yeah.
So may extra income pa kayo. Lalo na pag medyo bago-bago pa yung bahay na yun. So bili na kayo ng isa pang bahay. Parenta nyo yung una. Next, bili ulit kayo ng isang bahay. Parenta ulit. After 3-4 years, bili ulit kayo. And then, by the time na nagpa-retire na kayo, naka-6 na bahay na kayo, may extra income kayo aside from Social Security.
Right.
Or may kung pension kayo, may extra 500, 600, 700, gano'n. Kasi ewan natin, may Social Security ba tayo pag nag-retire tayo? So, better go for real estate.
For sure.
Yeah.
Maiba naman tayo real quick.
Yeah.
So, what is the most, or based on your experience as realtors, di ba? Ano yung pinaka most embarrassing moment nyo so far na nangyari?
Yeah. Yeah.
So far, kung naman, nagpakita ko ng bahay one time, and the stairs were, I don't think they were up to code or something like that, but they were ang liit, man. So I fell from like a 3. My clients were there. I fell on all the way, sa ibaba na. Pero I think it was like 4 flights of stairs. I go, boom, 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 boom. I was like,
four, tapos nag-landing ka
yeah,
ba?
nag-landing.
Nag-landing ka ulit. Oh, sabi
Ate Britzy. Ate Kuya Jo.
Damn.
Ikaw, Court.
Oh, so, okay, so maraming nakakatawa. Like, meron yung iba usually yung mga pusa. Di ba kasi, pagpunta mo, tapos may pusa, usually yung pusa, i-avoid ka niya eh. Hindi ka niya papansinin eh. Magtatago pa nga sa'yo, hindi siya magpapakita sa'yo eh. Yung one time, yung pusa, ginagwardyan niya yung stairs. Hindi kami makataas. So, tinawagan namin yung agent. Kinausap niya yung seller. Sabi yung seller, clap niyo lang daw yung hands niyo. Clap. Sige nga, gawin nga natin. Wisit, kinagamot yung Meron yung isa pa. So this is probably the first few months that I was an agent. And I was showing this house, tapos yung bahay, it's really clean and they just clean the windows too. Which is why if I'm ever listing a house, I always get the windows cleaned. Kasi ganda yung itsura talaga. It gives a great impression. So ang linis, napaka-clear ng mga windows. No? So I'm showing the kitchen. Oh, here's the kitchen. Okay, let's go outside. Tapos nakita ko yung imprint dun sa glass. Nandun yung nose, yung mouth. Tapos tumingin ako sa kliyente ko. Okay, let's go outside. Parang walang nangyari. Visit.
Ako naman, di naman ganong embarrassing, pero it's a little embarrassing kapag those code on the door.
Yeah.
Diba? Kasi like yung mga ibang company, wala silang mga lockbox electronic.
Yeah.
So bibigyan kanila ng parang code na may lockbox pero code yung ibibigay, tapos i-enter mo dun sa sa
door.
Sa door.
Yeah.
Keypad.
And for some reason, I probably spent like the first 20 minutes yung nakakaya sa client ko trying to open it, and I could not open it.
Old yung
Yeah, I don't know.
Yung keypad.
Hindi ko mapindot yung keypad, and I don't even know what to tell my clients, and naghihintay lang sila ron.
Pare, di ba to sweating?
Tatawag ako nyari sa listing agent. Ano ba to? Hindi gumagana. Pero error ko lang.
Pero na-open mo?
Na-open naman. Actually, kasama ko yung misis ko nun, so siya yung nag-open para sa akin. It took her one time.
May kasi, di ba, may symbol pa kasi na kailangan mo.
Mayroon nga, may mga symbol.
Yeah.
Even locking it, I have the hardest time locking it. I don't know. But, anyways. So, obviously, may mga buyer clients tayo, and we've closed on a few deals. I know you have. What do you tell them? Nakapag-experience ka na ba ng mga buyer na may buyer's remorse?
Mm-hmm.
And if you do, anong sinasabi mo sa kanila? What do you tell them?
So, okay, minsan pag sabihin nila, masyadong mukhang I bought at the height of the market.
Yeah.
Sila, like last year. Sabihin ko, magkano yung interest rate mo? Yeah. You also bought at the lowest interest rates in history.
That's true.
Ganun. Tapos, real estate goes up in a long time. Okay, ano yung mga presyo ng pinakamababa yung market? Anong year yun? 2011. Okay. Ano yung average? Ano yung presyo noon? Now, 2022. Ano yung presyo noon? Mas malaki pa din.
Yeah.
So in the long run, tataas pa din ang presyo ng bahay.
Right.
I'm not even concerned. But kasi ang bahay kasi diyan it's a necessity.
Yeah.
Diba? It's a necessity, so people need homes. And prices always go up. I mean, in 1980s, houses are like 80,000, right?
Tama.
Ngayon 480 na
Vegas,
So if you're able to hold on to that, and I just give them tips on how to do, real estate investing. Ano yung mga pwede mong gawin kung gusto mong bumili ulit ng bahay, di ba? Ngayon, this is the great time to buy a house. Kasi although mataas ang interest rate, it's gonna go down later on.
Yeah.
So you could do home equity line of credit sa bahay mo. Use that as a down payment dun sa bahay.
Yeah.
You can do cash out refi. Just make sure dun sa interest rate lang na makukuha mo. And then you can use that money to buy another house.
Yeah.
Kasi once na bumaba na yung interest rates, dadami na din ng buyers.
Right.
Dadami
Right.
ng mga buyers.
Yeah,
Lalo na
definitely.
ngayon. Ngayon na ang daming mga buyers naka-slow down ngayon. No?
Yeah.
So saka hindi lang mga homeowners ang dadami pag bumaba yung interest rate, investors din.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tama.
And yun ang nangyari dito sa Vegas, ang daming investors na binibili nila yung mga properties kasi 2% interest rate lang sila. They don't buy just one, they buy 3 at 2%. So parang free money na yun sa kanila.
Yeah.
So yun ang yung mga pinagsasabi ko sa mga kliyente natin.
Right.
Look at it in the long run.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
work. Hindi mo naman yung bebentayan next year.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true. You're gonna stay there for
For a
at least 5,
while.
10 years, di ba?
Yeah. Better yet buy another house.
Right.
While you're at it.
Ikaw, Kuya Jun, may buyer's remorse ba?
Wala pa naman. Pero I think what I would ask them is the reason why they bought the house on the first place.
Yeah.
Is siguro there's a need, they need a bigger backyard because they got kids or they just need a bigger space. Then I always ask them to revisit that. Revisit that feeling na why did you guys need to buy at that time? And if it's if it's at this time, yes, the interest rate is high, but as Clark said, interest rate is gonna go down, and we can always refinance on that side. Ikaw, pare.
Yeah, I mean, wala pa naman din. Actually, a couple of friends that owns a house, I mean, they already have equity, but they kind of see the drop of pricing, and of course they're concerned din sila. Pero same thing, hindi naman na sinasabi ko. I mean, hindi ka pa naman mag-upgrade, hindi ka pa naman magda-downgrade. You're still gonna stay there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not worried about it. Hindi ako, worried about it because you're not gonna leave your house anytime soon anyways. Pero marami rin kasi nagtatanong na, is this a good time to refinance? I want to take some cash out to pay some
Bills.
some debts or bills or whatever it is. And usually what I tell them is that kung kailangan mo siguro mag-consolidate yung mga debt mo, I think that makes sense. Pero kung magre-refi ka lang just because, I don't think it makes any sense because...
Marami kasi mga gusto mag-refi para makuha yung pera tapos bibili ng boat.
Yeah. Exactly.
Hindi yung mag-consolidate. So, ang reason ng a lot of times when people do refi is let's say, bahay nila, binili ng 300,000, now it's worth 500,000, pwede nilang kunin yung 100,000. Let's say may student loan sila, or student loan ng anak nila, right? Which is magkano yung interest rate ng student loan na yun, taas-taas, diba? Sabi na, 10%. May credit card debt sila, or na magkano yung interest rate ng credit card? 25%. So instead of nag-a-accrue ng interest to, i-pay off mo na lang to, i-consolidate into one debt doon sa bahay. At ngayon, sabihin natin 7%. Mas okay pa din. Still a better deal. And then refinance mo na lang later on pag bumaba pa yung
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So, Clark, I know you're a real estate investor then, no? Paano natin ma-advise sa mga clients natin if they wanna invest? Paano sila makakahanap ng investment property sa Vegas? What's the first step?
So, unang-una, you have to have a mindset of a real estate investor. To make money in being a real estate investor is long term, and then you have to figure out, are you a flipper or are you a buy and hold and rent out? Ganon. And if you want to make real passive income, you have to buy and hold them. Like for me, when I buy a house, I renovate it. I would decide whether I rent it out or I sell it. I usually rent it out. I rent it out kasi taas yung return. Let's say so you have to know yung goals mo ng pag-real estate investment. So sa akin, I want to retire on real estate passive income. So tapos ito kasi, let's say ikaw nagtrabaho ka let's say nag-military ka 20 years, so may pension ka. Nagtrabaho ka pa sa state or sa county, may pension ka ulit doon. Tapos, nag 20 years ka ulit doon. So, dalawa ng pension mo. Tapos may social security income ka pa kapag, so let's say 65 ka na, and you're making like what, $6,000, right? A month, right? $6,000. Taas nun, ha?
Yeah, malaki.
Laki na yan. Eh, paano pag namatay ka?
Mhm.
Saan mo pupunta yung 6,000? Wala na.
Yeah.
Let's say ako may mga bahay ako, right? Tapos nag-accrue yung hindi lang yung rent, hindi lang yung income ng rent, kundi nag-accrue yung appreciation ng bahay. Right? And then kahit sabihin natin 3,000 a month, sabihin natin yun yung neto mo dun after all expenses paid, 3,000 a month, right? Pag namatay ako, pwede ko siyang ipasa sa anak ko, right? Tapos that's a lot of dust. So pwede kong ipasa siya sa anak ko, and siya na yung and yung anak ko na yung ano doon. Now, after 10 years, 3,000 pa din ba yung rental income doon?
No, hindi na.
Hindi na. Excuse me. 6,000 na siguro, 7,000 na. As long as my son didn't sell it.
Right.
And even if they sell it, it's still a lot of appreciation done. So
Yeah.
let's say they didn't sell it, still gonna make that a lot of money. But I would tell my son, I would only allow him to sell it if he goes and uses the equity to buy an apartment building or
Something,
something bigger na income. Tapos that's about yun ang kagandaan ng real estate investing. So first you have to determine ano ba yung goals mo sa pag-invest. Now there's also times where you could when you find a house, right? May mga nagsasabi, ito after repair value, ito kailangan alam mo kung paano mag-estimate. Alam mo kung ano yung comps, ano yung comparable homes. Hindi ka magbe-base doon sa sinasabi ng nagbebenta sa iyo kasi syempre, yung nasasabihin niya sa i-inflate nila usually yung presyo eh. Ganun. So you have to be very cautious dun sa mga binibili mong property. You have to have your own ratio. Ano yung ratio mo sa let's say you sell it at this point. You have to buy it at this price, and then you must not ever go deviant dun sa ratio mo, dun sa calculations mo.
Yeah.
Lalo na pag ngayong buyer's market, you can do that. Kapag nag-seller's market na yan, mahirap na magkaroon ang ratio. Kaya yung mga magagaling na flippers sa seller's market, hindi sila masyadong gumawa. Unless kapag talagang maganda yung deal. Pero pag buyer's market, then now's the time that they start buying kasi they buy cash.
Right.
Yeah.
Tama. All right, let's talk about Las Vegas. Actually, ang daming mga developments ngayon sa Vegas, future developments. I just saw it on the news na magkakaroon sila ng parang stadium ulit or something sa may downtown, I think.
Yeah.
For like a NBA team daw or something like that. I don't know if that's gonna happen, either baseball or basketball maybe. But so on top of your head, anything? What are the developments that we know of that are happening in Las Vegas?
I know Kyle Canyon at this time is developing, going towards Charleston.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. So that's gonna be something.
Kasi may Sky Canyon na, so
Canyon na yun.
they just have the MTB park, actually mountain bike park, that was built over at the Lee Canyon, the ski park.
Yeah.
In the summer, ginagawa nilang parang mountain bike.
Oh yeah.
Park siya. So that opened, I think, like a month ago. So that's that's something.
It's a lot. It's a lot of things happening to. So yung sa Northwest yung sinabi niya, pagkalagay mo dito sa bandang Northwest pa, malapit sa Lone Mountain, yung 215 and far. They're building what we call an urban jungle. Oh, wow. So parang treks siya. Talagang trails and mountain bike trails and walking trails. Na pagsusundin mo pa yung trail, then there's like restaurants.
Wow, nice.
Tapos it exits out at Charleston, so 215 and far, and 215 and Charleston, so pagkaganon siya dun eh.
Wow.
So it's a lot. And then pagpunta mo pa sa pagka-southwest mo pa, yung casino doon, yung malapit sa IKEA, yung Durango Casino is building. Spring Valley is building a lot of developments. Tapos dun sa may Blue Diamond, and ang dami pang developments all the way to Paran.
That's
right?
building.
Tapos pagpunta mo sa south, right, yung where the Raiders Stadium is, right? A lot of developments there. Then we go towards Inspirada,
Yeah.
starting to fill out. Then you go to
Oh.
Cadence.
Yeah.
This both have this master plan communities are well known nationally.
Right.
Right? Now, East Side too, by the base.
Yeah.
They're building
Yeah.
that stuff. Kasi yung mga bahay doon, I sold a few houses there and yung mga bahay doon, may mga view pa ng strip.
Yeah.
$1 million houses,
Meron yan.
right? So yun, yung side na yun, they're starting to build it out. And now, I think next week, the Air Force Base, the Nellis Air Force Base is starting its own, meron na ulit silang Aviation Nation.
Oh,
I think that's next weekend.
nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you could go there and then watch the air show.
Yeah, air show.
The Thunderbirds and all
Nice.
that. Yeah. It's very
So
cool.
Vegas has we're looking forward to a lot of developments sa Vegas, ano?
Meron pa.
Ano?
Sa North Las Vegas.
Mm.
So between North sa 215, so kung dito sa may VA hospital, diretso mo dun sa papuntang
Lam
Apex,
area?
sa Business Apex.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, okay.
Business Apex na yun, there's, so when I talk dun sa mayor, current mayor ngayon ng North Las Vegas, there's 8 companies who bought land between 40 to 400 hectares. They're already starting 5 of those, and one of them is a telecommunication company that will employ 5,000.
Wow, so that's good for the economy
So,
there. Yeah.
So yeah, where are those people gonna rent out? Where are those people gonna
Exactly.
buy houses?
Right.
Sa North then. So,
Right, yeah.
so a lot of stuff happening sa ano natin sa Vegas. And in terms of water problem, which is a big issue,
Sa Lake
I think it's being exaggerated Pero Las Vegas Valley Water District and Southern Nevada Water Association has some of the most efficient na recycling sa valley natin. In fact, tumaas yung population natin. We're almost around 2 million na. We're using less water than we were 10 years ago when there were less people here. So, because very efficient, almost 99% recycle as long as pumunta sa sewer.
Yeah, recycled siya.
But 2.5% of the water from Lake Pitt is being used sa atin, sa Southern Nevada. Mas mataas pa nga New Mexico, 5% kinukuha nila
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Sa atin 2.5.
Sa atin 2.5%. Arizona and California gets the most. Well, because they were the ones who funded those projects too. But there's changes happening now. So California, they're gonna reduce by 10% yung kinukuha nila. Arizona is having their problems too. So I think if we elect good politicians that will tackle gawing palakasin yung Nevada versus sa California versus I think we should be okay.
Gotcha. Right on.
Yeah.
So, ano naman tayo sa ating field. Marami mga nag-start na agent. Right? So, what would be your advice? What would be your advice for a starting agent today?
Well, I'll start from you because you're a new agent, right? You got your license December.
Yeah.
So hindi pa 1 year.
Wala
Wala
pa.
pang 1 year. Marami ka ng closings.
Right.
Usually, an agent will not have a closing in like a year. One closing, ganon.
Yeah.
But kaya nga sa CK team.
Yeah.
We're a good talent. So ano yung advice mo sa mga bagong
For me,
agent
mga starting agent siguro, well, I'm still a new agent too, but I think it's really good to reach out to people that knows what they're doing because personally lang, you don't want to waste your referrals from your SOI. So SOI, sphere of influence, yung mga kaibigan natin, they will refer people to you. If not them, they will refer people to you. And if you mess up one time, that's your name. Hindi ka na nila i-refer. So you want to be able to know what you're doing and get in touch with somebody that is willing to teach you. Don't even matter if you have to split your commission with them. Walang problema yon. Talagang kailangan mo mag-start to where hindi mo ma-mess up yung mga referrals. Kasi I think yun ang pinaka-importante. Kasi hindi naman nila alam na new agent ka din, unless they ask. Syempre sabihin mo yung totoo. But what I did is I got connected with Clark actually because he's one of the top top individuals in my brokerage. I'm blessed enough na he was actually also, you were also new in the brokerage at that time. I think
Oh, yeah,
August
yeah.
ka nagsimula.
August.
August,
Yeah,
di ba?
August ako nagsimula
And then
din.
December
That's
ako
right.
nagsimula sa brokerage, and then I keep hearing about his name, and so I looked him up.
Oh, yeah.
So I started reaching out to him kasi Filipino din siya, and we have mutual friends sa Facebook, di ba? And so I reached out to him. You know, nakakahiya, pero hey, that's what you gotta do, because from what I learned is, you know, you only have one first impression. You don't want to mess that up. And of course, makinig tayo sa mga tinuturo ng brokerage natin. Listen to what they have to say. Take what you can. But at the same time, get connected with somebody that's willing to teach you and somebody that's doing the right thing, which that's what I did.
So how many closings did you do since you started? I know you had
On-
2 closings last month.
On paper, or kasi may mga deal tayo lang na hindi dumaan sa ano eh.
Oh yeah.
I think I have
Hindi.
about 6 or 7 na.
6, yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think about 6.
Okay. And how many under escrow ka ngayon?
Well, I have 1, pero
1 coming up.
yeah, 1 coming up, and then
That's
I have 2 or 3 that's actively looking right now.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
That's
so-
really good.
Yeah, my first year is a blessing, so
Yeah. Yeah. And tama yung sinasabi mo kasi
yeah.
yung service sa kliyente, doon ka mag-focus eh. Yung
Mm.
servisyo mo sa kliyente. Kung hindi mo pa gabay,
Mm.
so ako mag-ask for mentorship.
Yes.
And ako naman, hindi naman lahat alam ko eh. So, let's say pumunta ako sa commercial, hindi ko na i-ano ko na sa ibang yung commercial. Although certified ako ng commercial, I won't do it kasi ayaw kong magka-bad experience yung kliyente.
Exactly.
I'd rather have yung talagang batidong
Yes.
commercial agent.
Right.
Or ganun. Or something like apartment buildings, ganun. So, yeah, things like that. Even some vacant lands na ang daming cheche-boreche na I'd rather refer them out. Kasi
Yeah.
I don't want yung kliyente to So that's a great that's a great advice.
Yeah.
So say you have a advice. How long have you been an agent?
I think almost 2
2 years na?
2 years. Yeah.
Wait, kailan mo ba nakuha ang lisensya mo?
Hindi ko na alam. 20?
I think it was September, right? That was
I think so,
my,
yeah.
I'm gonna do
2020?
my post license.
No, you bought the house, 2019 or 2020?
2020.
2020, so
So
2021. Tama ba?
Siguro.
Or 2020 din?
Siguro somewhere.
No, I think you
Nah.
bought the house
Nakalagay dun
after
sa-
a few months after you bought the house. You got your
I
license.
got my license.
Think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know it was 2020 nakalagay
Yeah.
sa kanya.
And you work as a nurse.
Yeah.
Sa so ano yung advice mo sa tao magsa-start? Were they okay ba na they start off as part-time sa work nila and full-time as agent? How do you juggle up yung yung schedule mo?
Oh wow. So I would say at this time, I think part-time did me good. I did my nursing and then part-time dun sa part-time nursing, and then I try to do full-time sa Realtor as a real estate, but my family has a really big thing to do with it because my wife especially, she's very supportive
Right.
of what I'm doing, so she's letting me do it, kasi sometimes syempre pagod ka sa trabaho, and then the next day na off ka, then you gotta do real estate, or sometimes but yeah, I mean it can be done, but there's really yung sacrifice lang talaga, and the family is
And yung
included.
support
Support ng family is
Pamilya.
really thing. But yes, regarding going back into as a new agent, yeah, you guys do make a good point. You really have to find somebody that's gonna teach you. You gotta find your and somebody that's gonna teach you. It has to jive in as well. It has to connect. Because we do, there's a lot of coaching out there, that could offer it. They let you do this, they let you do that, and first of all, cold calling is, and that's part of it as a thing, as a going into a brokerage. But something that I can't do even if I'm trying. I really can't. But the thing is, you find a coach. Like our team leader over here is really good. So Clark does listen to Arquan. You bring him a problem, then he and that's what I'm, and that's what you need to look for.
Yeah.
I think, somebody that can, somebody that you can approach when it's needed. I came from was Coldwell as well.
Yeah.
Then I came from EXP, but I'm happy where I'm at
Yeah.
KWVIP with
Yeah,
under
with the
the
team.
CK team. Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
my we do have I do have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Clark knows that, but it's being answered. And
Yeah, and we're happy to. So sa akin naman, so for a new agent coming up, I think you just have to be bold. Know what you're looking for in this business and find a mentor so you could see what's happening, and then don't be afraid to try things. So when I started, I did a bunch of things. I did open houses. I cold called a lot, and I was getting pretty good at it. And right, then I decided it's not really what I want to be. Like if I'm gonna be cold calling every day, I'm not gonna last in this career.
Yeah.
Although I was really getting better at it. So there's so many things that you can do to be productive. Just find what makes you happy. But it's important to try everything that you can. So some people are really good at cold calling. Some people are really good at door knocking, doing open houses.
Yeah.
Some people are really good doing just online marketing. So try it all and find what you want, and double down, triple down. When you find it, double down and triple down your effort on it, right? So and once you do it, and once you concentrate your efforts dun sa marketing mo, dun sa nakuha mong market na yon, then that's how you become a top producer. so yeah, don't be afraid. That's the to make it short. Don't be afraid to try things. Be bold.
There you go.
If you're ready to buy or sell a house, you know who to call.
The CK team for sure.